Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at MTV. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. I also want to mention the two donation links down below in the description. If you want to support Ukraine, you can go over to the official websites I have linked down below, and you can donate to the Ukrainian refugees, or you can support Ukraine's military in its war against the Russian tyranny. So thank you all for donating. Even $5 is going to make a difference. Now let's get on with the video. Jumping into the weekly chart here, this is TradingView. The chart is loaded from KuCoin. So you can see that we are landing on some support level over here, the 1.414 fib retracement to be exact. Now, the last time I made a video on Multivac, that was on May 18th, and we were still in a symmetrical triangle here, I think. And I did tell you that once you lost the first fib level here, which is this level over here at 0.002818, once you lose that, you're going to be targeting the 1.618, which is your technical target. You usually retrace all the way down to the 1.618 here. And after you lose the first fib level here. So this is what I'm expecting, right? And we are having a little relief rally here, but I'm still targeting the 1.618. We are not out of the woods yet. We do have a nice opportunity here, for example. We do have a nice swing trade opportunity. So if you did enter at the 1.414 here, I did give you this level in the last video as well at 0.001087, okay? So from here, you could potentially look for a back test of resistance of the 1.272 fib level here, which is at 0.001524, and that is a 40% trade. So you could look for this 40% trade here. You could get in at 1.414 and get out at the 1.272, and that's a 40% trade for you. Obviously, we could go a little bit higher here, but you can see that we are in a nasty downtrend. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red candles for Multivac. It's obvious that we're going to see some sort of a relief rally, because you can't go down forever the same way you can't go up forever. But I do want to bring your attention to the fact that the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement is exactly the swing high over here that we printed back in February of last year before we made a little retracement and then we broke out. Okay, so you haven't really back tested this level as support, and coming all the way down to the 1.618 is something that I'm expecting, okay? Not saying that it's going to happen 100%. Obviously, there are no guarantees in the crypto markets, but looking at it from a technical standpoint, we are going to be coming down to the 1.618. So I would set up some buy limit orders in advance, right? The 1.414 is holding us very nicely right now, but I do think Bitcoin is going to come back down below $30,000, below $27,000 actually. So we still are not out of the woods yet. If this is the bottom, great, okay? Great, but I just don't think this is the bottom at the moment, okay? I do think we're just going to kick out as many people out of this crypto train as possible, so that everyone can jump back in once Bitcoin's price is going to be sitting at $50,000, $60,000, and that's when the masses are going to come back into Bitcoin. But right now, we're just going to get rid of the longs, get rid of the shorts, and so on and so forth. Now, jumping into the weekly chart here, ignore the drawings. I do apologize about the drawings. Actually, I could just remove them real quick over here. There we go. So this is the weekly chart, and as you can see, we're in a nasty, strong pullback here to the downside. You almost entered the oversold zone, which is below the index of 30. So I would look for entries below the index of 30 if you want the best possible entries. Because once you are in this zone, this means the asset is oversold, and it's a great way to enter, or a great time to enter, because usually you don't stay long in these oversold positions, okay? And you can start taking profits once you enter the overbought here above the index of 70. Now, this is regarding the weekly chart. So yeah, you can see that basically what's happening right now is we have landed, I removed the drawings, now it's a bit more clearer. As you can see here, you did land on this swing high, right? So you lose this swing high, you look for the next one, and the next one is right here, right? You lose that, you look for the next one, which is over here. You lose that, you look for the next swing low, right? The next swing low. and so on and so forth. So, this pullback can get real nasty, and we can even go down to the second fib level here. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First off, I do want to test the 1.618, the 1.618 fib retracement. I'm getting my words mixed up. I do apologize. Now let's jump into the daily chart. Okay, now jumping into the daily chart. So you can see that you are a bit overextended from the 20 EMA here, and you haven't really had a back test of resistance. And the last time you touched the 20 EMA, which is the yellow line, was back in April 5th to be exact. And you can see that you could actually go and back test this as resistance. So from where we are right now, or from where we were at the 1.414, that is a 43% trade. So this is a potentially good trade for you. And that's exactly where the 1.272 fib level is, keep in mind. So there is some resistance in this zone, okay? Now, if you want to look at the daily RSI, as you can see, you're absolutely oversold here. And just right now, you're starting to recover, right? So potentially, you could look for a resistance level over here on the RSI. If I could just bring back the drawings, as you can see. And we're actually, one thing that is good right now is that we're breaking out of this white channel. Actually, let me change the trend lines here to pink so that it's easier for you to navigate. Okay, and we'll make that trend line green, let's say. All right. So the pink trend lines here represent, actually I could just do this, right? The pink trend lines here are a falling wedge. They represent a falling wedge pattern, and right now you're starting to break out, right? Once you start breaking this resistance, because you've back tested this level 3 times before and you got rejected every single time. The 4th time here, you're breaking out, which is good. Hopefully this is not a fake out. A fake out is when you break out just by a little bit and then you come back down into the pattern. So hopefully we can break out here and back test this level as support. Now, if I bring back this green trend line over here, you can see that we are potentially going to run into it as resistance, because we've done that once over here, January 16th, and once over here, March 1st. So we had 2 touches. We had a little fake out over here, as you can see, but you ran into the pink trend line here and you came back down. So potentially you can look for a nice swing trade opportunity here once you run into the green trend line. So draw this on your daily RSI. You could use this if you want to swing trade. Next up, I bring back the white trend line over here, and it's sitting at the index of 34.2. And this is just a resistance level that I've had for quite some time now. You did have a couple of bounces from this area here and there, but you can run into the white trend line as well. Now, bringing back the other green trend line over here, the diagonal one over here, as you can see, you have 1 touch over here, you have a 2nd touch, you had a 3rd touch, and then you lost it as support, and then you back tested it as resistance over here. So potentially you could run into this trend line as well. I'm just gonna, let's say that's going to be yellow. Okay, so that's going to be a yellow support, a resistance trend line. So a couple of resistance trend lines over here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we're gonna get rejected from either one of those, or we could obviously just break through all of them and potentially back test the yellow one as support and continue on, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to have a little push to the upside here, maybe even break through all of them, and then we're going to come back down and at least revisit the 30 index over here. Okay, that's what I think, because I do not think Bitcoin is out of the woods just yet. So don't buy all in at these prices. I wouldn't recommend that, anyway, but this is not a financial advice. Now, one other thing that I want to do is I want to lay a little fib retracement here to see if we have met our target to the downside. So I'm going to use this swing high over here, and I'm going to use this swing low. I'm just going to zoom in so that it's easier for you to see. So this is going to be our swing high, and this is our swing low, and this over here is our target. So we only bounced off the 1.272 here, and as always, the 1.618 is your technical target. So you're potentially looking at 0.309253. And what we've done right now is we're coming back for a back test of resistance. So potentially you could see some resistance at the 786 here, right? 0.00135. You could see some resistance at the golden ratio, which is more possible, at 0.0014. 604, and that's where the 20 EMA is as well. So from where we are right now, that's a move of 16 more percent, and then potentially you come back down. And even if that did happen, you're still in a downtrend because you have a high, you have a lower high, you have a low, you have a lower low, and from there you potentially come back down and get to the 1.618 on the smaller fib, and then eventually get to the 1.618 on the larger fib, which is where the 2.272 is on the smaller fib here. As you can see, they do line up. So yeah, that's just what I think is going to happen. We haven't reached the target of this little fib, of the smaller fib. We're just having a little move to the upside because you can't be going down forever. This is a little relief rally. I do think we're going to get rejected from the 20 EMA. So that is pretty much it regarding Multivac. This is a project for the long term for me, and I am planning to buy in a lot more into Multivac down the line. So thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think of Multivac. And also feel free to follow me on Twitter. I do post technical analysis over there, and I do have a Patreon account where you can follow me, and obviously it's a great way to support me financially, but it's a great way for you to get a lot of exclusive content like my trading alerts, low cap gem calls. We have around about 21 low cap gem posts in there. If you join now, you'll get all of them unlocked instantly. We have project highlights, market sentiment analysis, video requests for patrons, TA requests for patrons. All that stuff is going to be on Patreon, or you can join the membership here on YouTube. You get the exact same benefits. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.